What is up, Starseeds? It's Sid, and today I'm going to be talking about binaural beats. So this is a very interesting topic. I'm very into it, and I listen to binaural beats every single night. So here it goes. First things first, you're going to have to understand brain waves. Now, what are brain waves? It's all of your thoughts and emotions. It's electrical impulses from your neurons communicating with each other as a frequency, a vibrational frequency, which I've talked about these a lot before, running through your brain.
As you can see, the longer, slower, and lower frequencies represent a deeper state of relaxation, and the shorter, faster, and higher frequencies represent a greater state of awareness. Delta state is between 0 and 4 Hz. It's the slowest of the 5 brainwave frequencies, which you experience during deep sleep, where you have access to your subconscious mind for possible reprogramming. Even if you can't get a full night of sleep, getting a few hours of delta brainwaves will make you feel like you got the rest you needed. The theta state is between 4 and 8 Hz. For most people, it's really hard to get to this state without actually falling asleep. It's associated with deep relaxation and meditation. The alpha state is between 8 and 13 Hz. This is more of a wakeful relaxation where you're calm, relaxed, yet still alert. This is what most people usually go in during a meditation. The beta state is between 13 and 30 Hz. This is the state you are usually in when you're wide awake, you're alert, ready to make decisions and think analytically. The higher frequencies of this range are associated with anxiety. The gamma state is 30 Hz and above. This is the fastest of the brainwave frequencies and represents the highest state of possible focus comprehensible for a human. Sir Francis Crick believes that 40 Hz is the frequency that is the key to the act of cognition.
So, binaural beats were discovered in 1839 by Heinrich Wilhelm Dove, an amazing philosopher in general from Poland. He had over 300 papers published about meteorology, climatology, and audiology, obviously because of the binaural beat stuff. But a lot of other people, not a lot, but other people as well, like Christian Huygens, I don't know how to say his last name exactly, but he was also interested in sounds and their effects on relaxation moods. It was called brainwave entertainment back then in the 1800s, but it wasn't for another 134 years from binaural beats getting discovered to them actually getting put on the map by an amazing biophysicist, Dr. Gerald Oster, not really sure how to say his last name either, but he had a paper published in 1973 in the Scientific American that was just all about binaural beats and really proving their worthiness in the medical field. He thought that binaural beats could explain how animals in a three-dimensional environment can pick out and focus on a specific sound with so much other noise around them, and binaural beats can do a lot, so let's get into exactly what they are. So they work best when using headphones or earbuds. You don't really want to listen to them just out loud, even though I do this every single night, so that's okay if you do. It won't cause you any harm, but to get the full benefit, you are going to want to have some earbuds because you listen to one frequency with this ear, one frequency with another ear, and then your brain hears the difference of the two frequencies. So if I have 200 Hertz in my left ear and 210 Hertz in my right ear, my brain is going to hear 10 Hertz, the difference between the two. So in that case, I would be in the alpha realm. So 4.5 beats per second is in the theta brainwave frequency. Like we said earlier, that is the deep meditative state where the magic happens, so you usually don't remember much. But that is coincidental or synchronistic, as I like to say, because in ancient cultures, when they would do rituals or have drum beats going, it would generally be at a pace of 4.5 beats per second. That, I don't know if you can hear it, but I was tapping on my computer. Yeah, so you know that generic bum 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 bum. That's 4.5 beats per second. That'll get you in that trance-like state. Eventually, that'll get you to that theta state where the magic happens. So it's just awesome and amazing that, you know, the ancestors knew this. It's not like binaural beats just got discovered, you know. It's been almost 200 or over 200 years ago by now. But the Africans, the Native Americans would have these drum beats going. The Greeks would use music in their healing. It's just all around the world. And I don't know, I don't speak Chinese, but in the Chinese language, it's said that the symbol for medicine includes the symbol for music. So I think that's beautiful, if that's true. Any of my Chinese speaking friends, please correct me on that if I'm wrong, or confirm if I'm right. But that's what I found in my research, and I thought was very cool. So I know I said I like to listen to binaural beats before I go to sleep. This makes sense because they do secrete more melatonin from your pineal gland. I have a whole video on the third eye if you don't know what that is, but melatonin is the hormone that helps you fall asleep. And in a study, 73% of the participants had a huge increase in their melatonin levels after listening to binaural beats. And the average increase was 97%. So for my fraction people, that means that almost 3 out of 4 people in this study listening to binaural beats almost doubled their melatonin levels. There's also been lots of studies on how binaural beats can reduce anxiety. There was this one I really liked. A bunch of patients were waiting to undergo surgery. Some they had listened to binaural beats for a half hour, some they had listened to regular music, and some they didn't have listened to anything. They compared that, and the patients who listened to binaural beats had significantly reduced anxiety before the surgery. There was another study, and it was patients waiting to undergo specifically cataract surgery. They found that those who listened to binaural beats had significantly reduced anxiety again, but also lower blood pressure before surgery. There hasn't been as many studies that show how binaural beats can enhance cognitive function like memory, learning, focusedness, and creativity, but research does suggest that binaural beats help strengthen connections between networks all around your brain, and it can help your working and long-term memory. Binaural beats also release more dopamine in the brain, and that stimulates creativity and creative thinking. There also hasn't been a lot of studies done on binaural beats and its relation to physical pain reduction, but there was a study done in 2017 that used binaural beats with visual stimulation, so probably some soothing pictures, but that showed that it significantly reduced small acute pains. There has been more recent studies though that are showing that it reduces chronic pain. So this is just a topic that needs to be studied more significantly, but binaural beats are used in meditation. They're used to help pain. They're used to emotionally, rise you up to higher vibrations and sleep better and just release better hormones in your brain, repair your DNA. There's lots of things that certain frequencies can do, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit. For instance, if you want to lose some weight, 295.8 hertz, that's 295.8 hertz, burns fat cells naturally. It just totally helps boost your metabolism. I don't know how, but that's magic. 132 hertz strengthens the kidneys. Between 8 and 8.6 is good for reducing stress and anxiety, and between 8 and 10 is good for learning new things.
174 removes pain. 285 influences energy fields. 396 transforms grief into joy and guilt into forgiveness. 417 clears negativity and removes subconscious blockages. 432 is good for manifesting with the law of attraction. It is the miracle tone of nature and the universe. 528 stimulates love, restores equilibrium, repairs DNA, strengthens your cell walls, and boosts your immune system. 639 heals relationships and strengthens family and communities. 741 awakens intuition. It cleanses the body from all types of toxins. 852 attracts your soul tribe. It strengthens intuition and restores you to balance. 963 activates your crown chakra and connects you to light and spirit. 126.22 is the frequency of the sun with a green vibe, and 136.1 is the frequency of the sun with a more turquoise vibe. The frequency of the earth that you can align to is 7.83. This also stimulates the pituitary gland. So the frequency that your brain hears must be lower than 1000 hertz for your brain to be able to detect the binaural beat. I hope you guys learned something today. Remember, like I said, the binaural beat is the frequency that is the difference between the two frequencies that each of your ears are hearing while you're listening to these beats. So I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you next week with another video. Love and light. The hybrid children are coming soon.